All right, everyone. It is time for Wipeout Omega Collection. We did close our bid war, and it looked like Piranha was the winner, which Realm's reaction was like, "Oh, I'm having regrets now." But I'm gonna turn it on over to Realm to introduce themselves, along with our wonderful commentator Ness. So, take it away.
All right, thank you so much. Yeah, as Amber said, my name is Ram. I speedrun this game on and off for the past like 4 or 5 months at this point. This is like my third marathon run, and they usually go pretty well, although I usually use this bad boy over here, the 5-star prototype. For this run, I'm going to be using the Piranha Speed because that's the one that won the bid war. It's technically speaking the fastest ship in the game, but the 5-star prototype is more maneuverable, which is why I tend to use that one in my runs instead. I think Nez, you usually use the Piranha Speed, right?
Yeah, I use the Piranha Speed personally.
Also, do you want to introduce yourself properly rather than just me segueing into you?
I'm Ness _. I had a run yesterday, so if that's not giving you cue to watch the marathon, I don't know what it is. But yeah, I run this game a bit. I mostly run Wipeout HD though. This game is kind of split into two halves, where one half is Wipeout 2048 and one half is Wipeout HD.
Anyway,
I usually run the other half, which Ron makes fun of me for.
Yeah, because that one sucks. I don't want you to speak about it ever again.
Oh, I'm sorry.
But all right, I'll give a countdown because we need to get going. So 3, 2, 1, go.
Piranha Speed.
When the way he says Piranha Speed, it's just offsetting or off-putting, unsettling, something like that. All right, so a quick thing I should mention before I talk about anything to do with the gameplay. I've got the game music turned off, and the reason I've got the game music turned off is because I don't know how DMCA proof it is, and I didn't want to run the risk. So yeah, we use the Piranha Speed. What you'll see me doing quite often is this thing where you'll see my ship sort of like hang left or right, and what I'm doing is a technique called air braking. It's a built-in system in the game, which basically allows me to turn corners more sharply than just holding left or right. The tech for this run is going to be slightly different than if I was using the 5-star prototype. With the prototype, the aim is to run over as many of these boost pads as you can. Obviously, you still want to do that, but it's not quite as important because this ship's top speed is not affected by the number of boost pads you run over like it is with the 5-star prototype.
Yeah, so the prototype ships in this game are kind of just, like in the lore, it's kind of experimental ships that each of the teams come up with, just as a, what if we did this? And some of them are a little bit wacky, like the Piranha prototype, for example, you can't turn it off or accelerate, you just has set acceleration, and you just air brake left and right, and that is all you can do. So it's not really, like, viable for anything, but the 5-star prototype, for example, its top speed starts really low, but the more boost pads you run over, it raises your top speed. And I think at 10, it brings it a little bit above the Piranha Speed, but it resets each lap and it caps at 10.
This announcer has no personality, by the way. The Piranha-like ship voice or whatever it is just sounds
I love
sad.
the Piranha ship voice.
No, the 5-star one is so much better. Anyway, so yeah.
Look at this discourse.
We probably should go into the power-ups in this game. There are two types of power-ups, which you probably guessed by now. There's the green ones and there's the yellow ones. Yellow ones are offensive power-ups, so it's things like missiles, rockets, and other assorted ways to assault your enemy. And then green is defensive power-ups, so it's going to be stuff like mines and bombs to protect from behind you, autopilot so you don't have to steer so much, and the very elusive one that you want as many times as possible basically is turbo. That one is the pretty self-explanatory. You go faster when you activate that power-up, kind of like a mushroom in Mario Kart, I guess you could think. Would be a good comparison for it. And yeah, I've developed a bit of a reputation among Wipeout runners, and by Wipeout runners I mean the other two people that run this game frequently, as a bit of a turbo criminal, because I seem to just get incredibly lucky with the number of turbos I get compared to other runners of this game. However, so far this run they have been eluding me a little bit. There we go. All you have to do is,
the game is humbling you.
all you have to do is just mention it, and the game's like, "Yep, you can have one, bro. Don't worry about it."
But yeah, each of the power-ups, depending on how good they are, or at least how good the game says they are, they give you different amounts of health whenever you absorb them, because you can either use the power-ups or absorb them. And there's a lot of stuff in this game that takes your health, so it's really good to have power-ups just to like give you more health, just as a little bit of extra padding.
Yeah, exactly. You can have a little turbo as a treat, but not too much, unless you're me, in which case you can have more than enough. Also, I realized I wasn't menuing there when I should have been. So yeah, this game has 10 tracks. Well, this game has more than 10 tracks, but the 2048 section of this game has 10 tracks. And in the all tracks category, it might not surprise you to learn that we do all of them. And we are playing on A class speed. It's the second highest class in the game. But A plus is kind of like, imagine, so if A class is the 200cc Mario Kart equivalent, then A plus is probably equivalent to about 300cc. It's very fast, very hard to maneuver. If I was playing with the Pfizer, or not the Pfizer, the Piranha on 300cc, I'd basically crash into every single wall that was available to me to crash into. And I'm already crashing into quite a lot of them because I'm not used to the turning circle of the Piranha. But,
yeah, definitely. If like you can like main different ships in this game, but there's only a few that are like top level. I still would crash into a bunch of walls, but not nearly as many as like Realm on A plus class speed.
Yeah, A plus plus is just a completely different beast. I think the current world record holder in this category, Foden44. He has a run on the boards, which he's done at A plus class, and I don't know whether he said it was like a bit weird, but he said it was pretty good. So maybe I'll give it a look at some point. But I personally just prefer the thing is there's a lot of shortcuts in this game, right? And a lot of them aren't faster on A plus class because you have to reduce your speed too much in order to be able to take them. And it kind of ruins the flow a little bit, in my opinion. Also, that's a really sick shortcut. I maybe get it like once a run out of the 5 laps that we do around this circuit. So I'm pretty happy that I was able to get it during the marathon run because it looks really cool when you pull it off. The timing on it is really finicky because you basically have to activate a turbo at a specific point on the ramp on the way up, and if you activate it anywhere else, you're just going to completely miss it or crash. Both of which saves time, loses time rather, doesn't save time at all.
Yeah, speaking of the flow of this game, it's really cool because as you can tell, it's an anti-gravity racer. Everything is air-based, so even like your acceleration, it feels like you're ramping up like you're in the air. That's why there's air braking, and there's also regular steering. And that's why there's also like side shifting, because everything is air-based, and it feels really, really fluid to just like play the game, especially once you start getting pretty good.
Yeah, the way that the turbo, the boost pads are connected in this game. It basically, so that's what happens when you miss, you kind of get a bit janky. The boost pads are connected in such a way that it basically allows you to take a very smooth racing line, which is quite nice. It's quite like fast and flowing. That only exists for Wipeout 2048, and the racing lines are much more janky in the Wipeout HD equivalent, which is why I'm not a big fan of Wipeout HD. But Nez is desperately trying to convince me that it is actually fun. The jury's still out on that one. So yeah, that was Downtown Parkway. Is that the name of the? I completely forgot the name of the Rockway Stadium. It wasn't called Downtown Parkway.
Yeah, that one's Rockway.
Yeah, no, Downtown's a completely different track. Rockway Stadium is the name of that one. This is Capital Reach. This is one of the ones that is noticeably slower with the Piranha speed compared to the Pfizer prototype. Basically, it's because the Pfizer prototype's top speed is tied to how many boost pads there are in a particular stage, and you want a lot of them early on for it to reach its top speed as quickly as possible. And
there's just so many boost pads in this
there
stage.
are about 30 boost pads you can hit per lap on this track, as opposed to there are some tracks in this game where you can only hit like 7 or 8 of them per lap. This one, there's like 30 or more. So yeah, the Piranha speed is noticeably slower on this track in comparison, but it should be fine. So I guess now is probably a good time to talk about the way that you can use the power-ups in this game. Obviously, I talked about how the turbo is the one that you really want. That means that you don't want any of the other power-ups that exist in this game. And what you might see me doing a lot is barrel rolling. And when you come out of a barrel roll, it's kind of like doing a trick jump in Mario Kart, where it gives you a boost of speed when you land. But your ship loses 15% health for every barrel roll you attempt, regardless of whether you successfully land it or not. You will lose 15% health every time you attempt one. And so if there wasn't a mechanism for regenerating health in this game, you'd only be able to do what, 7 of those, 8 of those, something like that? I can't do maths. I think it's 8. Or
I can't count that high.
is it 6?
So
15,
don't ask me.
15 times, no, it's 6. Okay, it's 6. 15 times 6 is 90. So you'd only be able to do 6 of them for an entire race. But fortunately, this game has a mechanism by which you can regenerate health of your ship, which is by absorbing your power-ups by pressing the circle button instead of the square button to use them. And the amount of health that's regenerated with each power-up is tied to what power-up it is. And I don't know the values off by heart, but a more powerful power-up, for example, the plasma the plasma projectile regenerates a lot more health than the rocket's projectile, because the rockets don't do anywhere near as much damage as the plasma.
Yeah, and especially if you use more like combat-oriented ships, like like the combat ones. I think that's what they're called. Like if you're able to get like the Quake power, for example, I think it does like 40%, which is a lot in this game.
The ships in this game also have, depending on which ship you use, it has a varying, health thing, so, health statistic. So 100% on this ship might be different to 100% on another class of ship that's aimed more towards, agility, for example. It's typically the speed and the agility ships that are the ones with the least health, and then the combat ships tend to be a bit more buffed up and have a bit more health, but they might not be quite as fast or might not be quite as agile. For example, the thing about this ship is that it's really, really fast. It has a bit of health, but it's not very agile at all, so you have to turn really sharply. Basically,
it takes a lot to get used to.
Yeah, the way that they do it in this game is they make it more unresponsive to your inputs, which is a really weird feeling. But it's you wait 0.2 seconds or whatever, and then your ship starts turning, which is a very strange feeling.
Yeah, so with this ship in particular, because it's one of the last ships you get by doing the story mode, just playing through it. It almost feels like you're fighting the ship until you get used to it, and then it feels really, really nice.
Yeah, I agree with that. If you can get the movement down in this game, it's really good, but it's also really hard to get it down in the first place. But I think that's the same for just about any ship in this game. It's not really a Piranha thing exclusive. It's just that Piranha's the hardest one to get your head around. I think I was pulling out 52s there mostly. That's not bad. You'd get 49s with the Pfizer prototype, but there are other places where this ship will save time, so it's a trade-off. I think the Pfizer prototype is slightly faster overall, but I still should come underestimate, so I wouldn't be too concerned about that.
Yeah, I don't remember all of the teams and what their thing is off the top of my head, but for example, Pfizer is just the jack of all trades, kind of like the Mario in Mario Kart.
Yeah,
everything is pretty straightforward.
And Piranha's the Donkey Kong.
Yeah.
It's just really big and kind of ugly. Sorry to any Donkey Kong fans out there.
I'm not a Donkey Kong fan, but I'm a Piranha fan. What the heck? There's this team called AG Systems. Their thing is they don't go super fast, but even their speed ship is super agile, and it's really nice for taking turns and shortcuts and stuff. There's Kyrex, which has a lot more like firepower, and it's still relatively fast, but not as fast as Piranha. There's Aracom, which is has a lot of health. That's it. It has a lot of health.
I don't know her.
I don't know her. I've actually never done a run with Aracom, and I want to keep it like that.
I don't actually think I've used Oricom in 2048 ever, because it doesn't have the loyalty system like HD does, where you gain like rewards for using different ships. In this, it's just use whatever ship you want, mate. Basically, I think probably the only one I've done with the Oricom is ones that like the Oricom prototype challenge or something like that, where you have to use an Oricom. They're literally so irrelevant. They're like the paratrooper.
they're faster than that. They're faster than that.
I don't know. I tried to think of an example of a character that I didn't remember from Mario Kart, but then I realized that that's not possible because if I didn't remember them,
it'd be like
I
if
wouldn't be
there's
able to bring them up.
Waluigi. like Aracom would be like pink gold Waluigi. As much as that makes sense.
There's also Ferrari in this game, which is like the Link.
What?
I don't know. I was making a crossover joke.
I was like, did I not unlock something in this game? I was like, did you get the platinum trophy?
You imagine that you just have the Ferrari DLC for Wipeout 2048.
Do you really think they're gonna add a DLC? I feel like they'd make it like a new mobile game.
I can guarantee you that if there's one car manufacturer that will never have a DLC in Wipeout, it is Ferrari.
You made the Ferrari joke, but like there's Mercedes-Benz DLC in Mario Kart.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
There certainly is.
You have to remember I've never played Mario Kart, so.
I forgot you're a PS5 boy.
I just go off the homie Amber CXC Mario Kart speedrunner and what I see on her streams.
Speaking of streams, follow Rome Copier. If
yeah,
you want to hear the soundtrack of this game. He supposedly streams this game.
If you want to hear the soundtrack of this game and you don't want to invest the $50 or however much this game costs,
$20 now.
Yeah, you can follow me. I also speedrun Gran Turismo Sport, as you can see in the chat, but that's even more infrequent than me streaming this game.
I forgot that was the last game you were streaming.
Yeah, well, I only did it as a joke because Foden44, the world record holder of this game, was like, yeah, and if you speedrun Wipeout without any weapons, it's just Gran Turismo. And I was like, well, let's see.
And then chat bullied him into running Gran Turismo.
Let's see what a no weapon speedrun would look like. And I just started speedrunning Gran Turismo because I know how to run that game.
If you follow him, there's a non-0% chance he would do like the 9-hour category.
The 9-hour category of Gran Turismo? Yeah. It's kind of hardcore how long most of the categories in that game actually are. There's the platinum trophy run in that game. Without going on speedrun.com, can anyone in chat guess how long they think 200... Oh, I just gave it away. Crap.
Yeah, the answer is 226.
Yeah, 226 hours is how long the Platinum Trophy speedrun is, which is still not as long as Bap and Kaitos, granted, but it's not far off.
Thank you, Ron, for ruining the bit.
It's okay, it's okay. We didn't want chat interactivity anyway. Amber, have you got any donations to read or anything important to say?
I most certainly do, actually. I do have several things I want to talk about, if you don't mind. I actually have a $110 donation from Scott Denisi from the Total Nuclear Annihilation speedrun earlier. And that was just saying thank you so much for having me. And that is actually what met our East, Memories, Ciselta, I can't pronounce this. Ghost Kumo, please berate me in the next run. Because you're doing commentary in next run. Please tell me what I am saying wrong and how to say it. But we did meet our Memories of Celceta Blindfolded New Game Plus showcase run. That will be happening after the first run, which is I think it's just New Game. Any percent New Game? Let me double check. Yeah, the any percent Nightmare run. So Ghost Kumo will be able to see for that, but then we'll go to New Game Plus, and Ghost Kumo can't see anything. It'll be great. But we did open our first target incentive for tomorrow. Spooty Biscuit is going to be doing Step Mania or Not in the Groove Slumpage charts for he offered that up as an incentive. They are extremely difficult charts. We priced that at $350, and we actually did have a donation towards it already. So we've got $10 from Reward a Drawer from the Stardew Valley run yesterday, saying $10 for my one reset during the Stardew Valley run. Thanks again for having me. Mental health is health. Please take care of yourselves and reach out to someone if you need support. You are loved and you are not alone. And that actually contributed to our new poll that opened to replace the Wipeout one. And that's Bug Snacks coming up a little bit later tonight that says pick a journalist color. You've got choices of orange, yellow, black, and green, and orange is currently in the lead with $110. Black is right behind it with $75, and yellow is it's having a time at $10, and nobody likes green. And Mixed Squid donated $75, saying, here is my donation for all the drained balls, death saves, and showcase reactors. Thank you so much for having us and letting us represent pinball in this awesome event. This Wipeout run is giving me low-key Kinetica vibes. Good luck to the runner.
I can see that. Yeah, Kinetica's an awesome game. I think we had that in the first A Race Against Time, maybe? It was in one of them. I definitely remember it being in one of them, because I remember when we were looking at submissions for that, we were like, yo, this game looks awesome. So, yeah, I see it.
But thank you all so much for the donations, by the way.
Why is there...
thank you for the donations. Please donate.
Yeah, please get in all your donations for all the awesome incentives we have going on. But what I was going to ask is, why is there journalism in Bug Snacks? I thought it was a game where there was just bugs and snacks.
You're a journalist.
I have no clue.
You actually play as a journalist.
Do you? Oh,
But, like, yeah, you do.
I thought you just like
conduct interviews and stuff.
Chilled out and ate food and listened to Cara Carabinio. That's all I know about that game.
You do that anyways.
I mean, that's just my average day in real life. So
I don't want to spoil it because I'm on commentary for that run also.
Are you? Oh,
yeah,
is
I am.
it Conception?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, that's awesome.
It's really funny. The 3 runs I'm on commentary for in this marathon, well, my own run, right, Monkey Ball, and then Wipeout, and then Bug Snacks, the 3 most different types of games. And I run all of them.
He's an all-rounder.
So, yeah.
Oh, that is a lot of variety there. Sometimes it pays off to be a variety speedrunner.
I just speedrun was fun.
Exactly.
But yeah, one thing that I completely forgot to mention in the last track. So, like the finish tape at the top of like the finish line, you can't go through that. So if you have a bunch of speed going to like some ramps, you can just completely hit it and just lose all your speed and lose like several seconds. It's really bad.
It's only really relevant on the previous track, which, yeah, you're right, we did forget to mention that. The track that's next after this one, and then the one after that. But the one after that, you usually approach from the side, and it's kind of weird. It's only the actual like banner part of the finish line that is solid, and the brackets are not solid. So you can go straight through the brackets that hold it up. You just can't go through the sign itself. So if you approach it from the left or right side, you can go straight through.
It's kind of weird because, like, yeah, the poles holding it up aren't solid, but like the base part is. It's kind of like, and the banner part is.
It's kind of like, imagine you're playing Super Monkey Ball and like the party ball is rock solid, but the goalposts aren't. Is probably the best way I can describe it.
Yeah,
but hopefully I'll be able to. I mean, I'm not going for the Unity Square like strat at the end is going to be quite hard with a ship that has this atrocious handling.
If you pitch up, you should go over it, I think.
But I'll give it a go.
Yeah, just like go off later and then pitch up.
So this is Soul.
Oh,
This is
yeah. Also, something I completely forgot to mention, with like the air control conversation from earlier. So yeah, with like air braking and like turning and stuff, there's also pitching up and down, which is really important, but also not as important in this category. More important in like A+ class, because it's little. You have to lift off as little as possible, but also you can get airtime in some parts to do more barrel rolls. As long as you have like just enough, you could pull it off. But
Yeah, so-
yeah, it's very useful for like clearing tricks.
So Soul is basically like hell, is the best way I can describe it. There's a skip in this level because there are absolutely no walls. This is kind of like the Rainbow Road of Wipeout, if you will. And this is a massive skip that, I mean, it's only saves like 5 seconds per lap or something like that, but it's really
3.5 seconds per lap.
maybe, but it's really easy to mess up, and it's one of those things that it saves just enough time that you have to go for it, but it loses so much time that if you fail it, you instantly lose your run, basically.
Yeah.
So it's a real trade-off moment, because you basically just have to get the skip 5 times perfectly, and if you don't, then you can say goodbye to your speedrun.
If you don't, then your chat's gonna go F, reset, reset, L, lol, L, reset,
You
reset.
fell off. This is your flop era. Actual words by Ned in my last stream.
Hey, I didn't say the first part. I just said it's just flop.
It would be ironic if you said you fell off though, because I probably would have done.
I wasn't here. I went to go pee when you're doing Soul.
That was
Yeah, I'm a fake fan.
that was gutting. Yeah, I nearly got a PB in the build up to this this marathon in my practice. I was ahead into the final split, and then I lost a bit of time and finished 2 seconds over time, which yeah, that was pretty brutal, but how it goes. So yeah, another thing
it's very unfortunate luck.
Another thing you'll notice about this run is that, or this track in particular rather, is that I am quite often on very low health, just because of the nature of the level.
You were scaring me.
It's fine, as long as I don't fall off, I should stay alive, right? I know I'm on a ship I don't
You
use.
said it. Now it's.
We're fine.
That 2% just made me panic a little.
Nah, it's literally okay. 2% and 14% are the same number in this game.
I don't think
Yeah,
this
I'm
game
like-
maths very well.
This game maths very intuitively, I think. Oh, you're lucky with that plasma, by the way.
Yeah,
You
that
were so
plasma was
lucky.
so clutch, it was unbelievable. 23% healed right there. Yeah, so we made it through Soul without... well, actually, I fell off once, but it wasn't on the skip, so it didn't cost me 10 seconds. It probably only cost me about 2, something like that, because it was a pretty quick death, or quick fall, not death.
Falling off on the skip is so like weird, because like you fall off and then you have to like orient yourself again, and you have like no speed. So if you go for it again, you have to do it in a very specific way, or you just do it normally.
The thing is, in this game, when you leave the track, and then if you fall off the track, it resets you to the point where you were last on the track. And obviously, if you're doing a skip, that's going to be very far back. So, yeah, that's why it costs so much time to miss the skip, is because it sets you back to the last time you were on the track, which is like a very long time ago. Daring skips are best skips. Yeah, what can I say? I'm just basically incredible at this game, so I don't panic when it comes to that skip anymore. Unless I'm on PB pace. Alright.
It's actually funny.
Yo, that was clean. I mean, I missed 2 of the boosts, but it was fine, you know? And that was the clip through the thing, in case you didn't believe me.
Yeah, I used to not do that. Like back when like no one was like running this game. I used to not do it, and I was like looking at like ILs, and then they did that, and I'm like, I can do this. And I just started doing it every time. Just got 2 turbos in a row.
Yeah, this is me on this track.
You are cracked up.
Everyone's like, wow, you're so good at Unity Square. And I'm like, I'm literally as good as you dingus. I just get 10 times the number of turbos that you do.
Yeah, just luck cheating or whatever. Is there like a PS5 action replay? Is that what you're using here?
No, they're like, wow, you're so cool. You've invested in a PlayStation 5, therefore we're gonna give you better RNG than the scrubs on PS4. It's
like NFTs.
It's pay to win, babe. Did you just say it's like NFTs? Can we not do this? I just wanted to have a nice speedrun, and now you're ruining my life. But yeah, it's not really that. I don't think that exists, at least. And if it does exist, then I mean that's pretty messed up. But
I guess I'm gonna have to like spend like $500 on a PS5.
How? I don't know how they would even like control for that, because I'm pretty sure this game. I'm pretty sure the studio that made this game folded before the release of the PS5, right?
Yeah.
So it literally
the remaster was made by a different studio, but like the people who made Wipeout originally, like yeah, they folded in like 2014. This game was released in 2017.
I got an action replay. It's called My Hands. True. Oh, also the sound defense. I had something I wanted to tell you earlier, but I was like, I'm gonna save it for when I'm live on stream. Based on an interaction that we had in the Discord server in the build up to my run. So when the previous run finished a little bit under estimate, I was a bit panicky because I was like, my pizza's still in the oven. I don't know if I'm gonna have time to eat it or not. And everyone was like, no, it's cool. We've still got loads of time. Don't worry about it. And I was talking about it, and the sound defense was like, oh, I'll help you eat your pizza if you want. And I didn't have the heart to say that I am a vegan, and so it would be a vegan pizza that you probably wouldn't want to eat. But I have this joke with my stream every time I do a marathon run, that I would announce on live on the stream that I'm a vegan, to perpetuate that meme that vegans can't go 10 minutes without telling you.
Oh my goodness.
And yeah, I
Joke's
always,
on us, it's been 30.
I always forget. Every time I do a marathon run, I always end and I'm like, damn, I forgot to tell people I was a vegan. So this time I've remembered, and you're welcome, chat.
I've actually had vegan pizza before. It's not bad.
It's really nice. Yeah, when I had it for the first time, I was like, wow, vegan food isn't terrible, and you can still have fun.
Exactly.
That's all I'm saying. And if you follow me on Twitch, for 400 channel points, you can redeem a channel point reward that will just make me say I'm a vegan in the middle of a stream. And if I'm playing an online multiplayer game, I will say it in the voice chat to whoever I'm playing with.
That implies you have to stream first.
Yeah, and basically the only the only game that ever comes up in is CS:GO, which it's always fun just announcing to random Russian people on CS:GO that you're a vegan and gauging their reactions.
Perfect lap. Yeah, based on this, I found out vegans can have fun, but just not Realm. Realm is still boring.
Wow! Alright, this is the last time I invite you to commentate on one of my runs.
It's really not.
No, I'm just kidding.
Also, what did the autopilot do? Just rammed you into the wall.
I don't know what happened there. So, Subway is, going back to the speedrun rather than veganism, Subway is a very interesting track because it has a lot of diverging pathways. There's like a number of places where the track splits, and it was basically a nightmare for us trying to figure out what the optimal route to travel through the level is, because it's based on two things. It's based on three things. The first of it is obviously how long is the track itself, like through each route. That one's a pretty obvious one and pretty easy to work out, but then you've got to figure out how many boost pads are there, which boost pads can I take without like it costing me time because I'm going too fast to like accurately take the shortcut, and also how many green defensive power-up spots are there, and therefore how many turbos could I theoretically get if all of them turned out to be turbos. And that's like the logic you have to employ to figure out the fastest route. And so it took us a very long time to figure out what the best route to this track is. I can't take this hairpin for love nor money today, it seems.
It's really just not that bad.
I don't know. I think it's just because I'm used to the Pfizer prototype line, and that's one of the ones that actually matters.
Okay. Thank you.
But yeah, so we this is track 9 of 10.
Ever again.
Vegan based. Yeah. If there's plant based, does that imply the existence of meat cringe as well?
First place.
Okay,
Yeah.
I know this is your run. You're done.
Yeah, we can just end it here. I mean, we're pretty much ending it here anyway, because we're at 10 out of 10.
Just be quiet and keep cheating. I'll commentate for you.
Okay. we're on the final track. Empire Climb is pretty good. I'll give a more advanced warning when I'm on the final lap for time. And then once I give you that warning, it'll probably be about 40 or so seconds until I actually call time. And keep in mind that if I remember that I promised I'd do this, which in 3 minutes time, it's very possible I might have forgotten by that point.
I will remember.
Empire
I'll just cut you
Climb.
off.
Empire Climb is a very interesting track in my opinion because it's one of those ones where usually I'd have to take a very optimal line in order to go as fast as possible. Based on that thing I was talking about earlier with the Pfizer prototype having a top speed that is based on the number of boost pads that you hit. But obviously with the Piranha speed, I don't really know, like... I mean, I'm sure it probably still makes a difference, but I'm sure the difference probably isn't quite as substantial as it is with the Pfizer prototype. But yeah, so you basically just want to hit as many of these as you can on the way through.
Yeah, it's basically the same path, except you have to just go out of your way more. With Pfizer.
If I may interject with a $20 donation. The Sound Defense says donating $20 for Realm's Vegan Awareness Fund. I would be willing to try a vegan pizza, but that's all I can try. That's all I can promise.
That's better than I was expecting, honestly, because a lot of people when I'm like, oh yeah, I got my vegan pizza or my vegan ice cream or whatever. You know, people say like, oh, I'm really craving ice cream right now, and I'm like, oh, I've got some vegan ice cream in the freezer if you want some, and they're like, nah, I'm okay, I don't want the ice cream that badly, and I'm like, it literally tastes the same. It's not that different.
Vegan ice cream is so good.
It's really nice, yeah. It's like really like rich and creamy. You'd be really surprised, I think.
I'm lactose intolerant, and I just really like vegan ice cream. It just doesn't have lactose in it.
Yeah, this is going pretty much like fine. I mean, the thing is, it's actually a lot less stressful when you're not on Pfizer prototype, because I'm like, oh, I missed a boost pad, and then I'm like, wait, it doesn't actually matter that much. It's mostly just about getting as many turbos as possible, which I'm not getting as many as I sometimes do, but I'm still getting a decent amount of them. So.
Also, this is the last lap.
It's penultimate lap.
Yeah,
I don't know how to
4 out
count.
of 5.
I like didn't look at the 4 out of 5, but like, okay, I've counted 5. This is fine. This is this lap before the last lap.
What, did you think I just did one lap really fast or something like that?
I don't know. I just counted 2, 3, 4, 5, I guess. But like the way the tracks were ordered in this, for the most part, we just go like the order that the game gives us. But it's still really weird because, like in the story mode, this is like the first race that you play. This is the first track that you play.
Yeah,
So,
you could theoretically do them in any order you wanted to. I just do them in the order that they're given to me because that means that the resets are quicker. But like if I wanted to, I could do Soul first just to get out of the way. But I don't know. Maybe it's a weird thing to say, but I kind of like that feeling of having like a big choke point like just over halfway through the run. Because it means I actually
Keeps it interesting.
It means I actually play with some kind of pressure rather than just being like, okay, hardest part of the run is 2 minutes in, and then it's just easy going after that. I don't know. It doesn't really feel like the essence of a speedrun. I have it on the final lap for 30 seconds, by the way. I did tell you I would forget to bring that up. So time is coming up in about 10 seconds. I just need to...
just crossing the
just
line.
cross the line, and then I'm done. So... time! And a turbo to finish. Not bad.
GG.
Nice.
So
GG.
that was Wipeout Omega Collection. Hopefully you sort of vaguely understood what was going on. I know that the game is very sort of fast and a little bit hard to follow for those that aren't totally familiar with it. But if you want to become more familiar with it, we have a wonderful community of people. We currently don't have a Discord server, but all the active runners of this game are frequently in my stream and would be more than happy to help you out. So yeah, feel free to come and follow me, and also follow Nez_ and follow Foden44, who's another speedrunner of this game. They're all brilliant. We're all like top 5 runners of this game. So yeah, what are you laughing?
You're not allowed to say that.
Are you laughing because there's only 4 runners? Is that the joke?
That is the joke.
Yeah. So yeah. I'm sure anyone, if you have any questions about wanting to learn this game or anything like that, or you just want to know, what is going on with this, anyone would be happy to answer your questions. And yeah, we would really appreciate anyone that takes any kind of interest in this game whatsoever, because whilst we're a small community, we are a committed one. So yeah, that's pretty much all I've got to say. Thank you to everyone who stuck around and watched and interacted with my vegan anecdotes. I appreciate you all. And thank you so much to Amber for accepting this run and having it. I was really, really gassed and excited when I found out I'd got into this marathon, because I know that you guys had a lot of submissions that you had to whittle down.
There were so many.
I was really, really humbled. Or not, well, I guess humbled is probably the wrong word. But like I was really, really grateful, rather, that that my run was chosen among all the quality runs that you had submitted. And then thank you again to Nez for agreeing to help co-commentate. And yeah, I think I'm done here.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. Go ahead, Nez.
So you see how you're on twitch.tv, right? You're on twitch.tv/tgh_sr. Please follow, and please donate to the marathon. Please donate to the marathon.
True.
There's so many runs. I don't want to do the job of Amber right now, but please donate. You're hearing it from me?
Yes. Please keep donating. We've got plenty more, we're going to keep opening incentives as other things get met. Right now, the focus is Stepmania slumpage charts for tomorrow. Slumpage charts are extremely difficult custom charts that Spoody Biscuit has offered up as an incentive. $350 is what's needed. We're at $95. There's still plenty of time between now and that run tomorrow. And then we also have Bug Snacks coming up in a couple of runs. Where you pick the journalist color. If you want to donate to a bid war, remember, you can donate your full amount to both the target and the poll. So all you have to do is just click that, instead of click just donate, you click next on Tiltify, right? And then you take that full amount, you put it to your color of choice for Bug Snacks. Orange is in the lead, but, I like the color black. That's my favorite color. It's not too far off. Go donate to black. That's my favorite color. And then you hit next, and then you're done. You just donate. It's fine. Just keep hitting those targets and incentives, and we're gonna keep bringing awesome additional content for y'all. You want more marathon, right? I want more marathon.
I want more.
We love marathon.
Oh yes. All right. So we're going to take a quick break while we get the next run set up. Coming up next, we've got Cosmic the Dolphin with Puyo Puyo Su Remix, and you have not lived until you've seen a high-level puzzle game speedrun. Like, we're getting all the really cool showcases genres tonight. We got Pinball, we've had Wipeout. Wipeout's an awesome game. And then, we've got Puyo. There's so much. And we'll be right back after this break.